Okay, cool. So back to kind of how to structure this educational video, right? So we've got a good thumbnail, we've got a good hook. What comes next in our structured video?
After that, start giving them the content, man. Like, give them what they came in for. So, you know, the idea, you know, when you are wanting people to watch your videos for a longer period of time or just have a good experience so that they like your video, they comment, they subscribe, they come back, they want to watch more of you, and that you become their go-to person. Like, the idea there is that you just focus on them. So because of that, after your hook, just get right into the content. Now, of course, in some cases, you're going to want to, you know, start to build up a little bit of a story there. Maybe you put in some pain points, you know, hey, have you ever, you know, when you're trying to, you know, thread your fishing hook, you know, have you ever run into this problem to where your fingers is too fat and big? Well, you know, I'm going to show you how to get around that here later in the video by cutting off your fingers. But, you know, the idea is that you know, just kind of build up a little bit of a story to where they can, you know, resonate a little bit deeper. You can do that as well. But for me personally, I just get right into it. But, you know, the part about touching those pain points, that can be really effective though, because then you have people that are watching the video and they're like, yeah, you know, I feel that. Yeah, my fingers are fat. Yeah, like when I'm, you know, when I'm trying to thread my fishing hook, like I get it. You know, sometimes maybe I've thrown back a few mini while I've been on the canoe, and you know, it's just hard getting my, you know, hard getting that. I can't even. I'm seeing like 8 different fishing hooks. I'm trying to get this thing in here, right? But basically, you know, being able to relate to your viewers in that way is really powerful. And then building up like, these are all the problems that you're having. I'm going to give you the solution. Let's get into it. And then you start delivering, you know, on the actual content itself.
Brilliant. So we're into the content. I'm assuming what comes next is like a conclusion or a wrap up of the video, right?
Well, it could be. So, you know, this is where you know, as a content creator, you got to always be experimenting with these types of things with your content, with your audience. It's really important because, you know, the people that watch your content, Mark, they're going to experience your content and react to your content in a different way than they will if they watch mine. So, you know, because of that, the experiments that you run, you might get different results than the experiments that I run. So, you know, if I'm like, hey, I do a hook and then I do a build up and then I get into the content, you might find, well, when I do a hook and I do a build up, I lose everybody in the build up. But then, you know, you might find, or it could go the other way around, to where in your case, you know, that build up part, you know, everybody sticks around and they love it. But then when I do it, you know, people just don't respond to it. So, so the idea is to experiment, you know, with the structures of your videos. But another thing that you can do as well is before you get to the end of the video, as you're going through the content itself, it's helpful to tease additional content that's going to be going on in the video when you can. So for example, if you are teaching people something, if you know that later in the video, because of course you're designing the content, so if you know later in the video you're going to be giving like a really good tip, or you're going to be going deeper into maybe something that you're talking about earlier in the video, then teasing that content and saying something like, you know, like let's say that you're showing people how to do something specific and you're showing something on the screen. You can say, oh, you know, and then there's this thing here. We're going to go into that. This is really awesome. And I can't wait to show you this. I'm going to show you that part later in the video. But for now, let's keep focused on this. And then you keep talking about the thing that you're talking about. And the idea there, it's called open loops is the technical thing for that. But all you're doing is you're just basically making the viewer think like, oh, there's going to be something better coming, or there's going to be some deeper information on this cool thing that they just talked about in this video. But then after that, you know, as you keep repeating some of those through your content, then of course, you know, you close the video out. But a really important thing, a big mistake that a lot of content creators make on YouTube is when it gets to the end of the video or near the end of the video, they'll say things like, and that is how you that's how you thread a fishing hook, or that's how you do XYZ. And when they do that, that immediately tells the viewer that what they came in for is over. And in almost all cases, if you look in your audience retention reports, if you do that sort of thing, you're going to notice a big drop in your audience retention because you've.
Thanks for watching Mark Savant Media. Here we're going to help you create a better content in less time and turn that attention into income. If you love this video, you're going to love these videos here. Click the one. Me and my team specially selected this just for you. Click the link. Check out the video. I'll catch you here next time on Mark Savant Media.